Hey everybody, we are back, and as you all know, for any of you who, and we won't tell our ages, who've been out there, you have definitely seen that video before, and it's very touching. It's something about old school music that just has a flavor that won't end, and because of that, we are continuing our series on legends. And so as we go forward, you'll get an opportunity to revisit the music that just made you feel good. And this still is Variety Talk. It still is your business networking show, and we will continue with our businesses as we go forward in 2018. But we will also highlight a few very special things that we will be doing with our legends, and it's a secret, so we'll let you know. But in the meantime, sitting on our phone with us is one of the very special gentlemen that you saw right there on that video, and we are very proud and honored to have him on our show in the series of the Van Fields Legends. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Mr. Van Fields.
Yeah, how you doing?
Van, I'm doing great, and you know what? You are sounding greater. I love the way your voice vibrates, that energy you've got, and you know what? It sounds like you've made a great transition from 2017 to 2018. What's going on?
Well, I'm still doing my thing. You know, I got a show coming up on the 10th of February in Brooklyn. I got another show on the 17th. And where is that? That's in Queens.
New York, New York.
Pardon me?
New York, New York.
Yeah. Get a lot of work up there in New Jersey and trying to work our way down in Delaware too.
Absolutely. So you've got one in Brooklyn, you've got one in Queens, and let's back it up a little bit because you just had a very special show with the group over the holidays, and we actually wanted to feature you in that particular show. But why don't you just let us know how that show went for I think it was New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, that was the 30th and the 31st.
Okay.
That wasn't with my stylistics. That was with the Tramps.
With the Tramps. So I forgot that you have an opportunity to be so versatile these days. So so tell us about the show.
Oh, wow. Well, let me see. On the 30th, we did Westbury Music Fair, and no, just go straight. It was about 7 artists on that show. Yeah, they had the Blue Notes and Tavares and some people whose name I don't remember because they were one-hit wonders out of the 70s when disco was
right.
training. And that turned out real well. We got out of there, and the next day we went to New Jersey. Follow him.
So old school magic is what I like to call it. And as a matter of fact, before you came on, that's what I was just actually sharing with the audience.
No, I'm sorry.
It all started where?
No, I was talking to my partner. He's taking me for a ride somewhere.
Oh, okay. We're driving and interviewing. I love it. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm still telling you.
All right, so Queens, you'll be in Queens, and you'll also be you'll just kind of be visiting around the city of New York, and that's really exciting. Glad to hear that. So tell us, we're trying to play catch up a little bit from the last time you were on, and you did a great segue in terms of letting us know about the Tramps. So one of the things that you're doing now versus 30 years ago is diversifying a little bit, and so you're actually honoring old school by way of joining up with some other groups and working with them. So tell us a little bit about your work with the Tramps and some of the things that you're doing right now.
Well, the Tramps, because it's disco music, don't work a lot. Something like that, yeah. They don't work a lot, but when they do, it's always something nice. Like the next job I have with the Tramps, we're going to be in Holland.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, we was over there for 2 days, and we come back, and while we were at this one, this one show, with Tavares and the Blue Notes, we met a guy, and he's where's he from? From Italy. And he's got a connection over there. We had done a show over there one time, and they liked us, but had to, get their things together to have us back. So now they're talking about having us back to Italy, and we're supposed to also go to Spain and Germany and one other country. So I like working with the Tramps for that reason. They get out there and they do some touring.
So what's the difference between working with the Stylistics and working with the Tramps?
Well, the difference right now for my Stylistics is that there's 2 other Stylistics groups out there, and these people want you to be original, but they don't want to pay the originals money. And I tell them, I said, listen, I don't have all the old overhead that those guys have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm formerly of the originals, but I realized since I wasn't a founding member that I don't have the same kind of pull or respect as, say, Russell Tompkins Jr. He's still out there with his new Stylistics, plus the original guys that I stepped away from. They're still out there. So, the people give you a hard time trying to pay you like almost nothing, and they're going to get just as good a show with me as they would with the originals, because I know everything about the original routine and how the show should go.
Absolutely. And it's really interesting. I was resting during the holiday and kind of down with that flu like everybody else. And so I had an opportunity to watch The Temptations. And it was really interesting to see that having versatile groups or having more than one popular old school group was something that was done from the inception of Motown. And it was interesting to see how David Ruffin formulated his own Temptations. So even back in the day, you had 2 Temptations. And so now, as the industry is beginning to recycle itself and change in so many ways, it's interesting to see that is still something that's very popular. And I guess it'll go on until the end of time, that you will have more than one original group.
Right, and most of the originals are gone. A lot of them are passing over to the other world. And, people still, especially promoters, expect to get these original groups. And I said, don't you do your homework, man?
Mm-hmm.
Otis Williams is the only living original Temptation.
Right, exactly.
And because he is a founding member, he can ask for a certain price, but he still can't get it like he had back in the 60s when he had David and Eddie and Paul,
right,
and Melvin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not the same.
Exactly. And I would say, what would you say would be the most challenging in terms of there being multiple groups?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
What would you say would be the most challenging in terms of having multiple groups?
I think that Dennis Edward is the one that's challenged the most. Even though the Temptations didn't have any Grammys until he stepped on the scene. All of those songs that got him Grammys, which started back in '69 with Cloud Nine, Runaway Child, Psychedelic Shack. Wow. All of those hits that he came in with, all of them got Grammys. But when he left Otis tried to make it hard for him to work, and even came back to Otis, but that didn't work. Whatever it was between them that broke them up in the first place resurfaced. So then he went and got some guys that were qualified to call themselves the Temptations Review. But I don't think he was using Review at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying we're the Temptations, Dennis Edwards Temptations. Mm-hmm. And Otis took him to court. Term Woodham's cards attorney.
Right.
Then Otis lost the case. I mean, he couldn't stop him from using Temptation in his name. Yeah. As long as he said he's the Temptations Review, featuring Dennis Edwards, he was good. Places right there.
All right, well, why don't we hit the pause button right there and let you guys park and drive and do whatever you guys are going to do. Isn't it great to be in the world of multifaceted, how many times did I say faceted? Technology. So that's right, so you can walk and chew gum at the same time. We're going to go ahead and take a quick station break right now. Everybody, you're watching WCOBM. This is Variety Talk live in Las Vegas, and you're sitting in with who? Lady Linda. I am your host today and every Friday at 5 p.m. We've got with us Mr. Van Fields from the Stylistics on the phone with us. And hang tight. We'll be right back with somebody that you will not believe. And these guys are going to be synergetic. So just hang tight. We'll be back in a minute.